Yo, hopefully I'm live. Hopefully everybody can hear me. Let me know. Audio's all good, hopefully. Let's scroll through the chat real quick. See who's here. Let me dismiss the poll. Let's see. We've got Nick K, Crypto Bedell, Sherm, Automatic Beats, Black Hat Team, Bacon, Eggs, and Hash. Thanks for dropping in, guys. Appreciate it. Tonight's stream will probably be relatively short, having a little bit of a chaotic evening at work. So hopefully things go okay over the next half hour or so. I know Hawk's going live, I believe, in like a half hour. But I just wanted to hop on, talk about the Bitcoin conference a little bit and kind of what's going on with all of that, and some updates have happened over the past couple days with me, what I'll be doing at BTC, and some evolving things there. So let's just see real quick. Bedell, yeah, so Bedell, it would be good to see you guys. I believe you and your wife are coming down, so it'd be awesome to catch up. Definitely hit me up when you get in town. I'm going to have a relatively chaotic time probably. I've got a lot of VIP side events that I got to go to, but overall it should be pretty good. So just hit me up and we can we'll schedule something, meet up, grab dinner or something. I will be at Litecoin. The plan is to be at Litecoin Summit both days. I'm just not 100% sure if I'm going to be there the whole time or not. We'll see how it goes. But I'll definitely be at BTC full time. There's a lot more going on at BTC than there will be at the Litecoin conference. So, Cobb Valley Crypto, good to see you. Chuck Danger, good to see you as well. Thanks for stopping in, guys. Appreciate it. So what I wanted to talk about is BTC. So I a while ago I bought General Admission Pass, but I actually ended up winning a industry pass over the past couple days. So I now have the industry level pass, which has a little bit more access. Hey, Jacob Reiner, thanks for stopping in. So if you take a look at you go to the main site, the industry pass actually gets you a lot more opportunities to connect with some people, some companies. Hey, Steven. So this is what I have. So you get all 3 days. The first day does overlap with Litecoin Summit. Hey, Amy. Thanks for jumping in. So Amy won the other pass. So lucky her. She gets to come to Bitcoin conference as well. So we both have the industry pass, which gets you all 3 days. So you get that overlap day of Litecoin Summit. And that includes, so with the regular pass, you usually only get day 2 and day 3. Industry pass, you get all 3 days, including that first day. You also get lunch on all 3 days. Hey, Offshore Miner, thanks for dropping in. You get entry, obviously the expo hall. And then this is really probably the most important piece. I'm not going to show you the mobile app today, but you get access to a mobile app that basically shows you every vendor, every contact at those vendors that are going to be there. And basically it gives you the opportunity to connect with those vendors. And on top of that, you can input your information. So I was able to go in the app, input that I'm into home mining and all these different areas within the BTC mining scene, or just BTC in general. And like whales, industry pass holders, vendors, different companies that may be there, like Canon, Bitmain, whoever else may be there. FutureBit will be there. It gives them kind of an opportunity to connect with me directly within the app, which is really cool. And so I did set up my profile in the app. and started browsing some contacts, and actually have some things lined up for next week, which is really cool. Badell asked, where did I win the tickets? Um, yeah, so it is over, and I will get into that. So basically, Layla Mining was working with a vendor, actually a mining reseller that will be at BTC with a booth. They are based in China, but they worked with them and they actually gave away 2 industry passes. So I won one and Amy won the other one. So that was really cool. Those drawings all happened within the past couple days. I think mine got selected on Tuesday, and Amy's got selected yesterday, I believe. I think that's what it was. So that was really cool. Big shout out to them, and I'm actually going to show you their website here in a minute, because what they are kind of a distributor on is pretty unique. Yeah, thanks. I'm super excited. I know Amy's definitely super excited. So it should be a good time for sure. And then in addition to that, hey Rude. So in addition to that, you get a free ticket to Karate Combat. That is included as well. You just have to claim it. I actually have already claimed 2 of those. So I do have 2 tickets to Karate Combat. Not 100% sure yet if I'm going or not, but I do have the tickets. Amy, if you haven't claimed yours, make sure you claim yours. They sent me mine today. They emailed me the tickets. They are free with a BTC ticket. You just have to claim it. So I do have those as well. And there are a couple events that I'll be going to with some ASIC manufacturers. Actually, I think Amy's going to come with me to the Can-Am event. So I got Mikkel and Amy invites to Can-Am is actually putting on a private side event that is invite only. It's going to be a connection opportunity for some private miners, some contacts at Can-Am, and that is being put on at a separate venue on next Friday night. So we will all be at that venue. I'm sure Mikkel will have tons of content coming out of that. I'll try to do a couple videos. I'll try to do some content from the Can-Am booth as well. So super excited about that one. And I did want to, like I said, I'm not going to pull up the mobile app, but I did want to pull up the vendor list. Let's see if I can find it again. I think it's our sponsors. So they basically have 4, I think it's 4 levels of vendors. So they have their moon vendors, which are going to be Marathon, CleanSpark, Core Scientific, obviously the big private mining farm or public mining farms, and then also Kraken is kind of that premier exchange sponsor this year. And then they have a 3 block, a 2 block, and a 1 block. So 3 block is going to be your larger companies. So you've got Bitmain, you've got Riot, Arculus going to be there, and all of these sponsorships accompany booths. So all these people should have booths there. Bitfarms. Just scrolling down the list. Then we get down the 2 block. We've got Foundry, obviously the biggest Bitcoin mining pool. We've got JSBit. Those guys are really cool. I've met them at Mining Disrupt before. Same thing with BitDeer. They'll be there. MicroBT, who makes the What's miners, they'll be there. Can-Am, who has the Avalon miners, they will be there. Hey, Rude. Nice Hash will be there, as they always are. Scrolling down. Hash House will be there. They're always a good crew to talk to. Ledger will be there. I'll be interested to see if they have any of the Stacks wallets and if they're selling any on site. If they are selling, I probably will pick up a Stacks. If not, I'll probably end up just pre-ordering one and wait for it to come in. There's a handful of gaming vendors this year. that some of them are board games, some of them are like Web3 games. I know that there is a company that is making like a collector trading card game that is related to Bitcoin. So they will be there as well. And then we've got the one block. So this is kind of like everybody else. This is the lower tier of things, but these are all still super good vendors. So we've got ASIC Jungle in here. Scrolling down, you've got Ballet Wallet, Bixbit. Let's see here. Oh snap! They charged you $131 for the RMA. Yikes! I will, Joker Miner. I'm in contact with a couple people there, so I will. Let me talk to them about that and see what they say. Bitcoin trading cards. This is the company I was talking about that is making a trading card game that is kind of related to Bitcoin. So they will be there. So I'm gonna check them out, see what the ordeal is with this. I'm not sure if it's like similar to like Magic the Gathering, Yu-Gi-Oh, or what type of gameplay that entails. But plan on checking that out. While I'm there, they will have a booth, and they actually posted today on Twitter about that X. Yeah, Joker Mary Nebra. I'll talk to them. I'm in contact with like their PR manager, and some of their marketing guys in that. Let me see. I don't know if I'll have a solution for you, but let me see what they say at least, because that's pretty crazy to have to pay $131 when it only costs that. Yeah, that's crazy. Moving on. So Brains will be there. I know at Mining Disrupt, Brains did have a little mini miner that they created. It would be interesting to see if they have that. And scrolling down. Cake Wallet will be there, which is to be expected because they are sponsoring Litecoin. So they'll just stick around for the Bitcoin conference. Cold Wallet will be there. Compass Mining will be there. Scrolling down. There's a lot. And what's really cool in the mobile app, it actually gives you a whole bunch of information about each of these companies, what they do, the areas they within Bitcoin that they service, things like that. Foundation will be there. I have reviewed on the channel the Foundation Passport wallet before, which is kind of that Bitcoin only air gapped wallet that looks like an old Nokia phone. It's a little pricey, but it is probably the most secure way to store Bitcoin, and it works really well. I do like it. FutureBit will be there. Most likely they'll have some Apollo 2s, their latest BTC home miner there. Gecko Science will be there as well, so I'm expecting them to have some stuff. Maybe like some R909s, things like that, like they had at Mining Disrupt last year. Heatbit will be there. Now, I know Heatbit has a sour taste in a lot of people's mouths. However, one thing I will say about Heatbit is I'm looking forward to having a conversation with them. I pre-ordered 2 of the new gen Heatbits, which are actually running. So I pre-ordered these over a year ago. Probably about, it's probably been almost 18 months now. But what they were doing is they created a all new miner, and I'll pull it up on their website, using Antminer S19 XP chips. So wildly different from what the S9s were. And so this is kind of what it looks like. It's kind of like a little home heater, but it is running S19 XP chips. And if I scroll down, it has basically an air filtration system in it. So you can run it as just the air purifier. You can run it as a miner with like a little bit of heat. And then you can run it in mining plus supplemental heat mode. And so what that means is you can run this thing at super low power mining. Now, what you're going to see is their retail price right now is $800. I pre-ordered this a year and a half ago. And I paid $199 for it. So I paid $200. I pre-ordered 2 of them. I got, I think, 2 of them for $300, I think is what the deal was. So it was super cheap, and there was a delay in shipping. So what happened was they started shipping out units, and they ran into an issue where like some of the plastic broke. So they revamped it into more of an aluminum design, and they're working on shipping back out. But what they did is they basically said, because these were supposed to land in like November of 2023, never did. So they have back paid all of the Bitcoin you would have mined between November of last year until you physically get your unit. And so I've already gotten back more than I paid for the unit. So that's pretty crazy, that they did that. I was really shocked, surprised. But so still okay with waiting, but I'd like to get this thing soon. They're not going to make a lot. They're probably like they're 10 terahash. So it's not a lot, but would like to get this thing on soon if I can. But the fact that they paid back and they used to have they had like a calculator on here for the people that pre-ordered that showed you how much in rewards you were getting. I don't know if it's. Nah, this is the standard calculator. There was a custom page that they had sent, a custom link they sent us for those that had pre-ordered it. So hopefully more to come on that, but I'm interested to talk to them to get an update on what's going on with that. Let's see what's going on in chat. Hawk, what's up? Yeah, Hawk is going live in 10 minutes. If anybody wants to hop over there, more than fine. Yeah, hopefully, yeah. Hopefully it works better than the last one. Yeah, so the last one was basically just a S9 that they put in their own shell, and that's all it was. Like, it was running brains. It was nothing really spectacular. This one, it seemed like they went back to the drawing board and they built something from the ground up. Their website has changed wildly since the early days of when I pre-ordered it. But when I pre-ordered it, they had a breakdown of all the specs, what the PCB looked like, what the chips were. Here you can kind of see it. But they're basically running S19 XP chips in it, which now are a bit outdated. No, it's fine, Hawk. I scheduled this yesterday, I think. But no, it's fine. It's no big deal. I'm probably not going to run real long, anyways, so it is fine. No, it's all good. That's fine. Yeah, so I'm hoping like this unit works out well. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. You can see it's 5 nanometer tech. So we shall see how it goes. But at the time, this was before Canaan did the Avalon 3, things like that. So at the time, it looked like a really good value at being able to get 10 terahash out of that. Obviously, the Bitcoin scene has changed a lot in the past year. So, but someone pre-order, still basically getting them for free with that incentive that they're paying out. Hawk's favorite company, hey, financial failure. Hawk's favorite company, Kaboom Racks, will be there. Get excited. Let's see who else. Oh, Latine. This is who I wanted to talk about. So, Latine is who gave me my ticket. So they got me. That's who I won the industry pass from. And if we hop on over to their website, it's actually pretty unique. So they're in China. They're going to have a booth there. If you look at their product listing, they sell all kinds of miners across all manufacturers, but they also sell GPU mining stuff too, including GPUs. And so they're a distributor of like a lot of different tech. So definitely looking forward to having a conversation with them. Uh, Financial failure, yeah, like be a consumer of content. Um, so they have Bitmain, they've got MicroBT, which is what's miner. They've got Jazz Miner, they got Canaan, they've even got Gold Shell and the Silicon, IB Link, iPolo. They even have the old eBank, Strong U, and Yami miners. So if you guys remember when iPolo came out with the original, like the original ETH miner, that was like 200 mega hash, 200 watts, something like that. There was a bunch of companies that released a similar thing. And so we will definitely, I definitely want to have a conversation with them and see if they still have stock of any of these. Definitely be interested. Let's see, Techman in here? What's up, man? What's up? We have, lucky for you, we have not talked about Locotech yet. So you're just in time. We're about to talk about Locotech, your favorite company. Let's see. Yeah, financial failure. You should come down. Come down to Nashville. You definitely should. I can. I'll introduce you to some ASIC manufacturers. Amy, yes, you're coming everywhere with me, so it's okay. We're going everywhere together. So don't worry about it. So Lentine, and then they also have like hard drives. Like they don't have like the Evergreen Chia miners, but they do have like just hard drives that they carry. And they also have GPUs, which is rather interesting to see. So I'm interested to have a conversation with them just to kind of see what they really have stock of. Like if this is just hardware they can procure or what the deal is. They also sell ASIC parts. Let's see. Hey Alexandra, thanks for stopping in. So they've got these, and they are also selling the new Bitmain like server racks, the Hydro server racks. I did see them post about it on their Facebook, but I did not check the website to see if it's listed on their Bitmain. They have so much stuff under Bitmain. It's kind of hard to browse through. But they will be there. Where's your everywhere pass? Yeah. You leave the girlfriend at the hotel. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. You do not want to do that in Nashville. I assure you. Trust me. Boots, hats, everything. You'll come back to the hotel. She'll be looking like a cowgirl. You do not want to see that credit card bill. Trust me. All right. Now, let's see. Let's get back to the vendor list. So that's Latine. Let's see. Luxor will be there. Luxor is still making their control boards, I believe. She's going with the LTC. Yeah. LTC should be decent. It should be decent. As far as LTC goes, I'm only aware of 3 vendors that are going to be there. That's going to be Bitmain, who Bitmain says they're doing an announcement. I'm guessing that announcement's going to be the L9. Locotech's going to be there, which I would not expect anything from Locotech. And the other company is AlphaPax is going to be there now. In fact, AlphaPax is providing beverages to everybody at the conference. So they are the beverage vendor, and I did confirm with them last night that they will have a booth. So AlphaPax will be there, hopefully with their home miner, because I do want to see the liquid cooled unit in person. But Locotech, yeah, I don't know. This is Locotech's like 5th year sponsoring Litecoin, and they have yet to have a real product. So 5 years sponsoring, still taking pre-orders, still no real product. I don't know. I have zero faith in them at this point. We'll see. I'll believe when I see it. Crown 9, yeah. I wish. Let's see. Jasminer's supposed to release a Bitcoin one. I'm not sure about Litecoin. I know they announced the Bitcoin one like last year, and they've been silent since. But Jasminer is not on the list for the Litecoin Summit. All right, let's see. Let's see who else is here. Simple Mining will be there as well. Simple Mining's real big into Litecoin mining, I believe now. Hey, Mrs. Wick, what's up? What's up? Did we skip over your favorite company? I think we did. How convenient. So, I don't know if Amy is still here or not. Alexandra Prey hasn't seen this yet, but there is a there's going to be a vendor at oh, perfect. So it's funny, like I actually was going to put XRP on the poll, and then I replaced it with Pigeon. I was very close to putting it on the poll. But I'm also very angry right now that 26% of the people have voted for Caspa. I might just ban those 26%. Cell hasher, we can talk about cell hasher here in a minute. So since the Wicks are here, let's talk about the vendor that's going to be at Bitcoin called Panties for Bitcoin. Let's go to their website. This is a thing. This is very much a real thing. So they're basically an apparel company that you can get. Alex, you might want to stick around for this one. They're an apparel company that will be selling apparel at BTC. So this is fun. You showed Wick the website, yes. So Wick, our first stop, BTC. You know where we're going to be. This is a thing. Okay. And apparently they're good enough to pay for a sponsorship at the Bitcoin conference. So woot woot. Let's hear. Yeah, Amy, I knew you'd like that. I was gonna send that to you earlier. I was gonna DM you a link, but I did not. Oh yeah, it's gonna be a blast. Can't wait. Alex is not going. He's standing us up. He said he's too important to go to the Bitcoin conference, so instead he's going to go to a helium conference. That's what I heard. Hold on. Sorry, I'm scrolling back up. Somebody asked me about the cell hasher. Sorry, I'm trying to find it. Uh, I know I saw a comment in here somewhere. Alex is on mobile. Here it is. Day with a Gamer said, "Did you figure out the cell hasher for mining Varus?" So, with AO3Ss, no. I believe it is working fine with Orbic Joys. With the AO3S, it's discharging the battery faster than it can charge it back up. And we tried removing the battery, soldering in the connector, and it wasn't, my phones at least, my locked AO3Ss were not turning on. I wasn't able to get them to power on with the power hardwired into it. So that's where the issue lies. If you leave the batteries in, it'll drain faster than it's charging. So you'll probably be able to mine like 3/4 of the day and then maybe do like an hour on, 15 minutes off, hour on, 15 minutes off, that type of thing, in order for the battery to stay fully charged. Luke, who runs sellhasher.com, is actually going to be speaking at Litecoin Summit. And I'm going to meet up with him, have some conversations to see what we can do to make that unit better. Let's see. Let's see. Wonder, yeah. Let's see. Yeah, seriously. Alex is basically saying he's better than Trump. He won't even come to BTC, but he'll go to a Helium conference. This is correct. In all fairness, I got him that invite to the Helium conference, so that's probably on me. Yeah, Amy and I will be at the Renaissance, which is just right down the street. So it's only a couple blocks away. It's actually like on the same street. You just got to walk a few blocks. All right, let's see what other vendors are on this list. Terra's on here as well. So for those that don't know, I mean, I'm pretty sure most people in this chat know. Terra is the company that Hawk co-owns. So Hawk, Vistang from GPU Risers, Crypto Frank, Mining King, they all co-own. In fact, I think somewhere on here is the team. Yeah, Terra Luna. Yeah, here's the team. So you got Frank, you got Vistang, Jared, aka the Mining King, and Zuccarelli, aka Hawk Crypto Mining, who might be live right now. He was going to go live. So they will have a booth there. It'll be a smaller booth, but they will have a spot. So we'll stop, say hi to those guys while we're there. And that's it for the kind of like the top sponsors. And then if you scroll down, they have like for these smaller ones, they've got like info for each of the vendors, and there is a lot. What you're going to see in here is you're going to see a lot of places like lending companies like Arc Lending. There's a whole finance part to it. Let's see here. Where their booth will be. So I have not looked at the map on the mobile app yet, but they're going to have like a little kiosk. So it's probably going to be at like the end of one of the aisles. He showed Hawk, and I think Vistang showed it last night. They have they basically built like a little kiosk booth with a screen that's going to be on loop. So I'm guessing it's going to be at like the end of an aisle. Let's see here. No. Yes. So this is very true. We have had a couple recent cases of this in Nashville. So definitely be cautious. If anybody's going, for anybody going to BTC and just hanging out in Nashville the week, there have been There have been a couple instances of this happening lately. Not a lot, but it has happened. The other thing to keep aware of is we've had a big influx of fake taxis that they basically stage their car as a taxi, but they're not a real licensed taxi within the city, and they're like robbing people. Doesn't happen a lot, but if you're going anywhere, take an Uber. Do not take a taxi. Yeah. Good call out with that one though. So just keep that in mind. Let's see who else was in this list that we skipped over. BC Games, another one that's kind of like a casino using the Lightning Network. Let's see. All right, phone talk. What's the easiest app to monitor and manage cell phones while mining Varus? It depends what you're using to mine. If you're using the GUI, the Varus GUI miner from Pangs, he has a monitoring tool on his website. Let me see. Pangs Labs GitHub. So there is I think it's in Varus box. Let me see. Ooh, gosh, she's got a lot in here now. Hold on, let me go to, I think it's in this one. Is it this one? Let's see if it's in this one. One of these had system actor. Here it is. So here's this monitoring section. If you go here, this tells you how you can monitor, and basically you can remotely manage all of your phones if you're using the GUI miner. And you can even set up groups of phones where if you want to change like the wallet address or the mining pool you're mining to, then it's pretty much like almost like a flip of the switch, and it'll apply it to all of your phones. That's the easiest way if you're using the GUI miner. If you're using the CLI miner, hopefully Luke and I will have some tools that will help with that in the future. Right now, I don't think we have. I know he has some stuff out. I don't have his GitHub up, but post conference, I will try to get a video out about kind of managing those phones through like a USB hub and what we can do with that type of stuff. Let's see here. Financial failure. What's up, man? Want to be roofied? Yes. Oh gosh, you guys are a trip. All right. So BC game. I think that one's like a casino using Lightning Network, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, and Gold Shell, you can actually API into that. So when I created the mining tools app I have that allows like HiveOS profit switching, I built Gold Shell integration into that, and it allows you to completely remotely manage all that pool information, including the order. And you can do it without any type of reboot or anything. They do a really good job on that. Baikel does a really good job as well. Let's see here. Babylon Ballet will be there. Bixbit will be there. BitPay will be there. Oh, Bitcoin Ben will be there as well. He recently opened a club in Nashville. So if you're not aware who Bitcoin Ben is, he's been around for a long time. and he covers a lot of crypto education stuff. But they also have a membership club in a couple different areas. He's got one in Florida. He's got one here in Nashville. I think he also has one up north as well. And so that they're going to be set up as well. Oh, here it is. Yeah, so they're in Sarasota, they're in Brentwood, which is right outside Nashville, and then they also have a place in Massachusetts, and they're working on a few other locations. So it's all about kind of like education in around Bitcoin. All right, let's see. Again, the trading card game. We'll try to check that out if we can. Hey, Mikhail. Hey, we're just talking about the Bitcoin trading card game. Let's see. Mikhail will be at the conference as well, I believe. He better be. He better be. Mikhail, is your wife coming with you? Or is it just you? Let's see. Just you? Okay. All right, cool. Let's see here. We were just going through the vendor list for Bitcoin. I'm trying to think. I think I covered most of them. There's a lot of more on the financial side. There's going to be energy companies there. There's going to be tax companies there. Chances are there's probably also going to be like air filter companies there, like K&N. That's typical. Trying to market to some additional areas. Let's see here. Flipper. Technically, you live like an hour and a half away. Just drive. It's not that far. Let me see. Clean Spark's gonna be there. Compass Mining will be there. Core Scientific will be there. Epic will be there. There'll be a lot of good vendors there. The vendor space at Bitcoin's always massive. Foundation will be there. You guys are all excited to flip the Locotech table at LTC, aren't you? FutureBit will be there. Talked about Gecko Science as well. I didn't want to see if they even have anything new or if the R909 is the newest thing from them. Oh, it's not even a link. Weird. Let's see. Really? Your website doesn't work anymore? Lovely. Let's see here. I don't think they're going to. Oh my gosh, you guys are still talking about flipping Locotech. I don't think they're going to be at BTC, but they will be at Litecoin. Let me just double check that. Yeah, they won't be there, but they will be at Litecoin Summit, which is the 2 days before BTC. And they have got bumped down the list to silver now. They are going to be. So they'll be there. Bitmain will also be there. AlphaPex will be there. So AlphaPex is probably the one I'm most interested to talk to at Litecoin. Bitmain, again, we might get that L9, some info on the L9. So that'll be cool. But there really isn't, this is legit the only vendors at Litecoin Summit. So they really don't have any space. Yeah, Ballet will be at both conferences. They're kind of everywhere with Bitcoin and Litecoin. Where's BitConnect at? Oh gosh. Yes. BitConnect and Squirrel, the two companies I want to come back. Let's see. What else do we got here? Yeah, and they don't really have any media partners for LTC. I think Rice is the only one that's going from a media standpoint. And the one thing I will say for Bitcoin, like if you guys kind of want to prepare yourself for next year, is if you look at the open source pass, this one, if you contribute code to any of these open source projects that basically provide functionality or frameworks to Bitcoin, then you can get a free pass the following year. They do a cutoff like 2 months before the conference starts, but all you have to provide to them is basically your commit code and your GitHub username. And then they'll validate that that was a valid commit. And then they will send you a pass for free. So if you ever see something sitting out there for one of these utilities that you might use and you see room for improvement, go ahead and commit code and you can get a free pass in the future. Let's see. I did want to pull up. So, Mikhail, have you looked into the Bitcoin trading card game? I'm curious what your thoughts are on it, if you've looked into it, if you have any of these. And do you want to talk to the guys about it and see what the deal is? You do have, okay. Do you have all of the sets already? Like, do you have the Having Well edition? Only once every 4 years? "16-core epic coming to..." Wait, what? Oh, you don't have any, but you want to... Yeah, yep. Yeah, I want to talk to them when we're there as well. 16-core epic coming to AM5. I think I heard about that. But what's the TDP? Like, the thing that's been keeping me from moving to AM5 is the power draw. Like my 5900s, right? So I got the 5900 non-X, the OEM ones that are 12 core 24 thread, but they're only a 65 watt TDP. Like the thermal power is only 65 watts, and I can undervolt those things to like 0.9 volt and still run them at like 3.2 gigahertz. First place. Oh yeah, that's right. They're only doing 122 of those cards. That's right. Yeah, we should definitely plan to get there right in the morning for sure. I forgot about that. Um, so yeah, Techman, do you know like what is is this it? What's the TDPs on these things? Oh, okay, so they're yes, it's 170 watts though. That's a lot. And it's $700. I mean, the price isn't horrible, I guess. But yeah, I don't know. I have to think about that one. Like this is what it's been thanks. I appreciate you. Like this is what I don't know. Like I don't have any AM5 machines because I just can't I can't see myself spending like like I can get 5900 OEMs. What's a 7900 OEM cost now? It's still $370. Like I I don't know. Maybe when the 9000 series comes out, if this thing drops, I don't know, below 300, maybe. But then to get the AM5 RAM, I got from a mining perspective, I think I'd rather just build 5950Xs with a 105 watt TDP than and those would be 16 core 32 thread. Obviously they're clocked a lot lower. Like this is clocked high for an Epic. Nice. Yeah. Yeah, nice. I'm a big fan of the non-X, the 65 watt 900 series. So the 7900, the 5900. It's just the 5900s are getting really hard to find. I've got a couple. In fact, I've got this machine. I have two machines right now. Both of these mini machines. These are running the ASRock X300s. They're mining Varus. These have those 5900 OEMs in them. So it's the 12 core. This one I'm running at 3 gigahertz. This one I'm running at 3.2, I believe. Looks like so it is. So what it boils down to is efficiency. So you can mine on old equipment if you want, but they do use more power typically than modern equipment. So that is typically why you see a lot of people mining with the latest and greatest and upgrading. Let's see here. Yeah. So this one is 5900 OEM, 3.2 gigahertz. Yes, I run all my miners on Windows. That's what I do. And then this one kind of fluctuates on the hash rate, but overall these things get around 25 mega hash on Varus. Yeah. Um, give or take based on how I do the clocks. But these only run at 65 watt. In fact, these aren't even running that much. These are running pretty low. Yeah, so there is a ratio. In fact, I have a few spreadsheets I've put together. That's actually a really good question, Wick. So what I typically do is I put together a spreadsheet of the profitability and the cost to profitability, and then kind of assess what it looks like. It's hard because once you get weakness ratios, once you make the money back on the hardware, then everything you're getting is profit as long as you're making more than what your power cost is. So for me, the reason I don't run the latest and greatest hardware is because it is from a cost to own perspective, it's a lot cheaper and in my mind a lot better for me to own the older hardware. Now, I also have 5 cent power, which is kind of unheard of in the home crypto mining scene. I'm fortunate enough in Tennessee, where I live in Tennessee, we have hydro based power. So I'm super fortunate to have that. And so that allows me to run older equipment. Like I'm still running ASICs from 2017. Yeah, 5 cent power. It fluctuates. It goes between like 5.1 cents and 1 month. I would say 1 month in the past 3 years, it's been 5.9 cents. That's the highest it's ever spiked. S9L3s. I have a couple S9s. They're actually off right now, but they were running. I turned them off because we hit triple digit heat this week. But I was running. It was actually running S9s. But no, I have my Bikel miner. That thing came out in like 2018. Let's see here. Yeah, the power yeah. The power rate helps a lot, let's just say. Um but no, that's why I have 5000 series systems. That's why I haven't bought any 7000 series because I just can't pull myself to spend that much on RAM, new motherboard, new CPU when I can get similar from a power draw perspective. I won't get as much hash rate, but from a power draw, I can kind of manage it. And I also do all my mining on 120 volt circuits, or 110 volt. I don't have any 220 volt mining. So for me, it's easier to spread out with the 5000 series than the 7000 series. It may not sound like a lot, like that 30 to 50 watts, but it is when you factor in that I'm spreading out systems like throughout my place that have multiple GPUs in them, CPU, everything. All right, see you, financial failure. Thanks for dropping in. Appreciate you. Nick K, oh, you have 16 cent. Yeah, I know a lot of people that are in like the 12 cent to 20 cent range. Um, yeah. So Traveler's Travel says he's never owned a 3000 series GPU. Your newest is a 6900 XT 5700G system. Yeah, nice. I actually don't think I'm running. I think the best I've ever had. I say the best the newest I've ever had was 3070 turbos. I had a handful of 3070 turbos, but never ran 3080s, 3090s. I can't pull myself to dedicate a power circuit to those. Like they're just the draw is too much. And again, that is just my situation. Like I fully understand people going out and buying 4090s, 3090s, whatever it may be. It's not for me. If I was going to run those, then I'd only be running like maybe one or two systems on each circuit, like actually probably one system on each circuit. And that's not what I'm into. I would rather have a bunch of low end GPUs than that I could put one on each coin than have one big GPU that I can only put on one network. Bedell, yeah, we're gonna head over there in a couple minutes here. Let's see here. Yeah, 5700 XTs are great. In fact, in 2019, I bought a bunch of 5700, 5600, 5500 at Best Buy that I mined with. And the 5700s I sold during the bull run, I think for like $900. I paid $379, I believe. Yeah, Hawk to Ataki. Yes, that's probably what Hawk's doing over there. Yeah, we will We'll probably begin to wrap this up. Uh, duh, duh, duh. Somebody asked, have you looked into mining Zealous on phones now that they forked to CPU? I'll go. HD, I did get your message on Twitter. Sorry, I haven't responded. So there is not currently a miner for the Kryptonite variant that they are using. So for that reason, where I have not attempted to CPU mine it. But with that said, it also relies on some LL3 cache, which the phones don't have. So it's probably going to be very similar to like Raptorium mining or Monero mining, where it's not going to be worth it. Let's see here. You paid one, yeah, so you paid 500 a piece. Oh, you paid 1K a piece. Yikes. Yeah, that's a lot. But what I will say, 5700s, still probably the best card to buy right now. Like, I know a lot of people say GPU mining's dead, blah, blah, blah. But honestly, if I was buying cards right now, I'd be buying 5700 XTs or 6600 XTs just because of Kapow. Like, there are so many Kapow coins, and there are a lot of good Kapow coins. And then even if you get away from Kapow, you've got Vertcoin, you've got Ubik. There's a lot of coins that are kind of those ETH hash variants or stemmed off of those that you can do really well with 5500s, 5600, 5700. Because you hate AMD. All right. Well, Hawk is live, so we are going to end the stream. I will try to do some streams from the conference next week if I can. We're going to see how it goes. Amy and I are going to try to do some content while we're there. So there may be an interview. I don't know if we're going to do it live or if it'll be recorded, but there probably will be an interview with Amy on the channel, hopefully soon. And then there'll be probably some other content coming out of Litecoin and Bitcoin. If there are any live streams, they won't be scheduled in advance. We'll just kind of like go live from my phone, most likely. And they may be short streams. So we will see. Yes, there will be. Amy and I have talked about. We've actually been talking about it for a while, but we're gonna make it happen. We're probably gonna do it from the hotel. We're gonna do a sit down interview. Probably be a really long one, and we're gonna talk through a whole lot of things. So it'll be fun. It'll be exciting. So yeah, guys, just make sure, like, if you want to catch the live streams or whatever, make sure notifications are on, because they will be mostly impromptu. Litecoin is Wednesday and Thursday of next week. Bitcoin is Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So there might be a little bit happening Tuesday night. We'll see. I'll be there with the Wix on Tuesday night. So we'll see if maybe we do some stuff. Sorry, BHJ, I saw you. Sorry. Yeah, we'll see how everything goes. Well, I will see a handful of you next week. And the rest of you, hopefully I will talk to you soon. Thanks for dropping in tonight, guys. Appreciate it. We'll go ahead and we will raid Hawk.